Okay, okay, listen. Okay, this is what I warned you about. The first item says, consider the differential equation. Just because they give you a differential equation doesn't mean you need to solve the differential equation. You only solve if they tell you to solve. This one says, let y equal f of x be the particular solution to the differential equation. So that's Danica's chart again. You have y, you have dy dx. We don't know this equation, it's something. This we know, negative 2x divided by y. Okay, questions? Write an equation for the line tangent to the graph of f. Okay, right there. As soon as you read, write an equation for the line tangent to the graph of f. You need to draw my favorite picture. So you go like this. The whistle is important. Line tangent. Thank you.
Wow.
Good work. Okay, you need to label the purple. Hands up. Come on, think with me, don't just watch. Think with me, don't just watch. Think with me, don't just watch. How do I label the purple? Purple is f of x. Which means the purple is the equation for this column. Okay? Purple is the equation for that column. Please raise your hand if you knew that's how the purple should be labeled. 2 points, 3 for Abby. Okay, the red needs a label as well. Think with me, don't just listen. Hands up, come on. How do I label the red? This is a review from Unit 3. Don't talk when I talk, but think. Come on, hands. How do I label the red? Kennedy?
Is it F prime though?
Ticket comment. Okay, everybody look up. Everyone look up. Everyone look at me. No one talk. No one talk. Everyone look up. Okay. I've not ever done this. We're giving 3 tickets to Kennedy. Here's why. Okay. Here's why. Thinking that this is f prime is really common, but it don't. Yeah. This isn't f prime. This is a bunch of points. Okay, look. This is a bunch of points. There's an equation that you can use to find all those points. That is not f prime. Raise your hand. How do you find, like, what is f prime? Like, f prime is in this picture, but what is f prime? F prime is this equation right here, by the way. What's the purpose of that equation? Like, there's an equation for this line. That equation is y equals m parenthesis x minus x1 plus y1. Okay? You use that equation to find all these points. What is this for? Hands, come on. What is the purpose of this equation? Sophie?
Finding the slope at any point on the curve.
Perfect. Take it for Sophie. This equation is for finding the slope at any point on the curve. So that's what f prime is. F prime is how we find the slope at any point on the curve. This red one is not f prime. So hands up if you knew what Sophie was going to say. 2 points. 3. Well, Sophie gets a ticket. Name, please.
Abilene Roberts.
Abby, raise your hand. Thank you. Look. Look up. Look up. Okay, when it says write, don't talk. I can't concentrate when you talk. It says write an equation for the line tangent to the graph of f at the point 1, -1. So I know this point. All I'm missing is the slope. So I use what Sophie said. This is the formula for finding the slope at any point on the curve. So I write down dy dx at 1, -1 is going to equal, always use parentheses when replacing variables. So that's going to be -2 times negative is +2. So we now have the equation. The equation is y equals 2 x minus x coordinate of 1 plus y coordinate of -1. That's my equation for the red line, not f prime. So, question? Okay. So, tell me what this is for.
That's for finding the point on that line.
True. And what's the other purpose of that?
Oh, it's to find the slope of that.
Perfect. Which color on the board is that? Purple. So I can use this to find any slope on f. I'm going to find the slope of f at the point 1, -1. So I'm using this formula, so plug it in. So I get 2. That means the slope of the purple right here is 2. Therefore, the slope of the red is always 2.
Awesome.
2 points. 3, actually. Good question. There we go. Okay. We have written the equation. Don't do anything else. It's done. But don't stop reading. And use it. Shame on them. Use this equation to approximate f of 1.1. So all eyes on me. Like, look hard on this one. This is one of those concepts that if you just make sure it clicks once, you won't ever forget it. It's really easy. This right here is the point. This y coordinate. So this is the point x equal 1, y equal f of 1. That's what this point is. I'm supposed to approximate f of 1.1. So raise your hand if you could tell me where should my eye be looking at the picture if I'm trying to approximate that. Where on the picture, just hands up, where on the picture should I be looking to figure out an approximation for f of 1.1? Where do I look here? Hands, come on. Like if I told you to come to the board and say, where am I going to look? Where would you look? I'm trying to find f of 1.1. Let's go, Aisley. So this spot right here, this is f of 1. This is f of 1. I gotta get f of 1.1. So pretend it's really zoomed out. I go to the right. Is the point f of 1.1, just say it out loud please, is it on the purple or the red? Say it. Louder. Purple. So I go right here. That's the point. X equal 1.1. Y equal f of 1.1. Good question. 3 points for Aisley. How many knew that I should be looking here? 2 points. Question? Please.
Why is it an f of 1.1?
So what's the symbol we use to represent the purple curve? F of x. It means f of any x. So we're specifically interested in x value of 1.1. The y value that goes with it is called f of 1.1. Is that your question? 2 points. Anybody else? Okay, look. Last thing, come on, focus. Look. We are supposed to approximate this value, this y coordinate, using the tangent line. So what you do is you go find this dot. That dot has an x coordinate of 1.1. I need the y coordinate, right here. Okay? Raise your hand. How do I find that y coordinate right here? How is this y coordinate found? You gotta get more hands. Talk if you don't know, but talk to somebody who knows. You don't. You don't. It doesn't matter. I'll show you in a second. Look up. Come on. Look up. Hands, come on. How do I find this? Carrie. Right here. We have an equation for finding every point on the red. The equation for finding every point on the red is right here. We just use that equation. So you write on the paper, y equals 2, 1.1 minus 1 plus -1, and that's it. Don't do anything else. You don't have to simplify. Just stop there. How many knew it? 2 points, 3 for Carrie. Question? Please.
Okay, so when I read the question, I didn't think it was asking for a y coordinate. Yeah, I would have thought that there was still looking for like this slope of 1.1. Does that make sense?
So are you okay with this part where it says write an equation for the line tangent to the graph?
Yes.
You knew they needed this. Good. And use this to approximate this y coordinate.
Oh, so,
Does that help? Point. Anyone else? Quiet. Look at me. Okay, what I just showed you is a really common AP question as well. It is extremely common. I can virtually guarantee that you will see it on the AP test. They're going to use different words. So you have to see past the words, okay? When they want an equation of a line tangent, that's pretty much always the same. They don't change the wording that much. They'll say use the line tangent to approximate. They'll say find the tangent line approximation. That all means the same thing. You're trying to do this, the last thing we did. So, if you were to work this out, you'd find out that y equals, see that's going to be 0.1, so that's 0.2. Y equals -0.8. So that means this y coordinate right here has a value of -0.8. I don't know what this y coordinate is. I just know that as long as the curve isn't too curved, they'll be pretty close to each other. Josh was asking,